Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news. Men not the same as women. If you're a millennial and you heard that noise, that's like a classic news bulletin type of sound. It's a throwback to like the telegraph system or something. Just go look it up on YouTube. You can discover all kinds of things you didn't know. Hey guys, I'm Mike Yarbrough, founder of Wolf and Iron. I thought I'd just do a quick thought here with you guys, and I don't need to say this to you guys, but a little bit of effort maybe here to counter the culture stance on men and women. We hear it all the time. I see something come across my feed once or twice a week now, where some college professor or some celebrity or some business organization of some kind is espousing this idea that men and women are basically the same. And that, in fact, to think differently than that is to be some sort of knuckle-dragging Neanderthal. And that our ideas of men being different than women are really just an old-timey social construct that should have died out 100 years ago. And anybody still holding on to that is just, stuck in the dark ages. But it's simply not true. We are different. We're biologically different. The Asian cultures, Chinese, would have probably thought about this more as the feminine and masculine energies. But we're different, and we're made to be different. And this is a good thing. Just a quick example of this. You can come up with these all day long. A quick example of this would be how we define things like our certain characteristics that would be more feminine versus masculine. And people see this as sort of being limiting and being wrong. For example, women are typically more nurturing. We would say nurturing is more of a feminine characteristic, whereas men are not as nurturing. And when people hear this, they think, well, this means that men can't be nurturing and that you're kind of boxing people into being one way or another way. And you're saying men have to be this sort of stoic, macho, problem-solving person all the time, and that we have no nurturing capabilities, and that we're damaging society by continuing to say that nurturing is a feminine type of thing. And of course, nobody but a lunatic is saying that in the first place. Of course men can be nurturing. We should be nurturing. So then why do we call something like that a feminine quality? If men can have that and women can have that, why do we say that it's more of a feminine thing? And the reason is, and just like I said, using this as an example again, is that there are certain things that women not only do better than men typically, but there are certain things that they're drawn to. And there are certain things that men are drawn to, and these things are actually beneficial to us when we kind of give in to our instinct and go towards them. We've always got to find balance to some degree. But let's use nurturing as an example. If we break nurturing down into virtues, it's something along the lines of compassion and empathy and patience. And those are good things. Those are good qualities that a guy should have and good qualities that a woman should have. When a woman is nurturing, interesting things happen biologically. Her oxytocin levels go up. Okay, oxytocin is this feel-good thing that you get. It makes you kind of feel happy, makes you feel at peace. When a woman's oxytocin levels go up, it allows her testosterone to go down, and it allows her estrogen levels to go up as well. So, estrogen being a good thing for women. Guys, we have some estrogen as well. We don't need a lot of it. But women do. And so women being nurturing, when they kind of get into that mode, it actually feeds their femininity, both biologically and makes them feel like a woman. Now, a man can do this too. A man can be nurturing and caring and empathetic and all these types of things. But we can only do it for a period of time. You see that when a guy is nurturing, the same thing happens. Our oxytocin levels go up, our estrogen levels go up, and our testosterone goes down. And we need to be able to do this to connect with people in a non just sort of logical problem-solving kind of way. And we can develop this skill. But then eventually we have to come back to the testosterone-boosting problem-solving side, which is really going to fuel us and make us feel as men. Otherwise, we start to feel stressed out. We don't feel like we're working in our zone. Things don't seem to be clicking for us. There's a weird, ugly-looking dog just outside the door there, strange. There goes my empathy, my compassion for ugly dogs. But men, we need to be able to pull back and detach a little bit, look and solve the problem. That's where we operate the best. Women do better when they're nurturing. And there is sort of like a balance here, but there's always going to be, and there should be, operating as men and operating as women. But right now as a society, we don't get that talk. The only talk that we get is one which says that we've got to be the same. And if men aren't just like women and women aren't just like men, and we're not just these interchangeable, like we've traded in humanity or femininity and masculinity for just like blah-ininity, I guess. Apparently that's the goal. And if we're not doing that, then we're on the wrong side of things. We're on the wrong side of history, the wrong side of psychology and thought and progressivism. And that's just not true. Men, don't be afraid to operate like a man. You've got a feminine side, and women, you've got a masculine side. But you're made to be one or the other. And if you continue to try and fight against that because that's what the culture's saying, you're going to get stressed out. You're not going to feel at place, like you know your place. You're not going to feel at peace. And everything's going to feel like an uphill battle. So, a little counterculture thought there. Hope you guys enjoy it. Keep your powder dry. Talk to you later.